Gosh, one more time. Welcome to the Midwest High School Hockey League broadcast of today's game between the visiting Ames Cyclones and your Dubuque Fighting Saints. Warm-ups are done. Refs are on the ice, waiting for the teams to take the ice again. JV team was victorious for Dubuque, 5-3, snapping a two-game funk with the Ames Cyclones. Ames won the varsity contest yesterday in overtime, 6-5.
Welcome to the ice, your Dubuque Saints.
Looks like we're going to get the Ruiz line to start the game. And if I had to guess, Cooper Smith and nope, Cooper Smith's on the bench. Schultz is on the bench. I guess I'm just going to be surprised. Just waiting for the Ames team to come on out. Like Giles encourages them. Ames apparently warmed up enough during the warm-up period. Or the most placid team I've ever seen come out before a game. Ooh, it looks like Wes Carl's going to stay on the bench for today's game. Tobin Weaver be the man in the blue paint.
At defense, number 8, Elliot Lowett. Also at defense, number 91, Isaac Flurry. Forward, number 24, Cole Crawford. At forward, number 18, Aiden Halston. And in goal, number 50, Toby Weaver. And now, your starting lineup for the Dubuque Saints. At defense, number 11 from Wahlert Catholic High School, Liam Henry.
Starting a defense from Wahlert, a senior, number 11, Liam Henry.
Number 19 from Dubuque Senior High School, Blake Schrader.
His defensive partner, a freshman from,
our
Hempstead.
Sunday kid captain,
Blake Schrader.
Quinton Pollard. Quinton is 10 years old. He loves gym and reading, and his favorite hockey team is the Dallas Stars.
Quinton Pollard is the kid captain.
At forward for Dubuque, number 22, Cade Weiner from Dubuque Senior High School.
Cade Weiner starting at center. A junior from Dubuque Senior.
Also at forward, number 14, Jensen Hill from Wahlert Catholic High School.
His wing will be number 14, a senior from Dubuque
And
Wahlert.
in center, number 13, Sammy Ruiz from Hempstead High School.
Rounding out the forwards will be a senior for Hempstead, number 13,
now
Sammy Ruiz.
The ice, our other kid captain, Liam Pollard.
Liam Pollard.
He is 7 years old. He likes math and he likes the Chicago Blackhawks.
I'm guessing those are the kids of former Dubuque Saint Eric Pollard.
Dubuque High School, number 35, Trevor Breen.
And in goal will be number 35, junior from West Dubuque, Trevor Breen. To confirm, Quentin and William are sons of former high school player Eric Pollard. Always good to see alumni with kids in the program.
Our referees for this contest are Austin Whelan, Matt Larson, and Quinn Leland. Ames is coached by Rich Baker, Josh Lundell, and Matt Paul. Dubuque is coached by Austin Willowbrook, assisted by Justin Wallenkamp and Joe Sett.
Song has been sung. Tobin Weaver is a big kid. He's headed to his crease. Trevor Breen scratching up the blue paint on his end. Ruiz to the dot. And we're underway here in Dubuque. Ames controls the faceoff. Plays it off the boards. Back to Blake Schrader. Up ahead. Cade Weiner will carry it out of the zone. Chips it into the offensive end. Jensen Hill runs it down. Tackles the player behind the net. Sammy Ruiz works it to the far corner. Played back to Hill. Hill wheels it up the boards. Sends it back to Cade Weiner in the corner. Weiner does a little dance. Gets rid of one. Sends it back to Blake Schrader at the point. Shot blocked in front. Played back to Schrader. Hill fell it down the boards. Weiner shot. Or passed over, I should say. Ruiz with the shot. Well, Weiner knocked off the puck. Kicks back to center ice where Blake Schrader has it. He dumps it into the zone. Alex Henkel out there pressing. Kicks back to Schultz. Chip back behind the Dubuque net. Cooper Smith back to get it. He'll wrap around the near board to Sheehy. Sheehy tries to pitch it up. Little scrum along the near boards here. Now worked out. Bort shot. Saved by Breen. Holds on for a whistle. Face off to come to the right of Breen. Sheehy to the dot. Puck's down. Sheehy sends it across ice. Blocked in front by Henkel. Sent down to the corner. Baumgart battles Smith there. Now Smith walks away with it behind the net. Plays it around to the near side. Held in by Shifley. Played all the way back to the corner. Landon Schultz has it there. It's taken away from him. Gets it back. Plays back to the goal line. Ames picks it up, wheels it to the corner. Cross-ice pass stolen by Henkel, and he's on a race. 2-on-1. Sheehy. Goal! And just like that, Henkel with a beautiful steal in the defensive zone. Racing down the ice. Both Sheehy and Heacock jumped into the play with them. Henkel gave it over Sheehy. Sheehy puts it in the net, and it's 1-0 here in Dubuque. Welcome back to the Team Midwest line. We missed seeing you guys together. 14:54 left in the first period. Tyler Randall out. He's got Michael Poles and Eli Schwartz with him. Puck's down. Controlled by Ames. They'll dump it into the corner. Schrader back to get it. Pinned hard against the end wall. Now it's Randall from the corner. Hard off the glass, out to neutral ice. Dumped back in by Ames. High stick by Randall. Ref weighs it off. Ames to go D to D. Isaac Flory back in his own defensive zone. He'll play it ahead, just out of the reach. Liam Henry now scoops it up behind his own net. Sets up there. He'll bring it up the near side. Long cross-ice pass. Flory's got his own defensive zone a bit. Cross pass. Dumped in. Ames will race it down. Crawford first on scene.
44-7-11.
Played the length of the ice for icing. 13:55 left in the first period. Trevor Breen still looking for his first shot. Sammy Ruiz to the dot. Wins the faceoff. Now it's Weiner down the middle. He's got Jensen Hill on the far side. Chips it ahead to Hill. Hill ridden into the boards. Battles for it in the corner, though. Sammy Ruiz kicks it over to Weiner. Ames will play it up the near side. Crawford chips it out to neutral ice. Sent back in by Dubuque. It's Cole Crawford dumping it back into the zone. Cooper Smith battles for it in the corner. Sends it up the boards. Crawford's waiting for it there. His shot fired on net. Breen with the save. Shots are 2-2. So Crawford, another one of those Team Midwest kids. Seeing Baumgart jumps on the ice. He played with Team Midwest. And they'll face their former teammates, Sheehy, Heacock, and Henkel. Sheehy to the dot. Puck's down, won by him. Schultz has it, brings it up the near boards. Jackson Heacock's got it, carries it into the zone. Chips it around Shifley. Shifley spent some time with Team Midwest last postseason. Ames has it. Baumgart carries it out. Run off the puck by Henkel. Cooper Smith plays it back up the board, taken away by Baumgart. Jackson Heacock battles on the near boards. Punch to the face. No call. Alcyon walks out with it. Backhands it towards the net. Taken away by Schultz. Schultz chips it up ahead to Heacock. Heacock sends it into the attacking zone. Ames rejects it and sends it back to center ice. Blake Schrader over the boards. Carries it through center ice. Dumps it in on net. Just wide. Now it's Fleury out of the corner. Full head of steam. Walks all the way down to the slot. Off the crossbar. Said it yesterday, Fleury is a freight train when he has the puck. I don't know that I'd step in front of him. Played out to center ice. Randall knocks it into the zone. D to D, back over to Fleury. Set up through the middle. They find a little gap shot. Saved by Breen. Holds on for a whistle. Nice save, Trevor. Saints will leave out Poles, Randall, and Eli. Randall to the dot. One by Dubuque finally. Schwartz has it on the board, so he'll play it back behind the net. Schrader back to get it. Hard up the boards. Chips out to center ice. Saints can't quite control. Aims all the way back to the defensive zone. Played out the far side. Held in. Well, they're going to call him offsides. The puck's out here. How is this offsides, Leland? Wider, always friendly to the refs. Picks up the puck, hands it to him. We'll get Samuel Ruiz, Jade Weiner, Jensen Hill, Cooper Smith, and Landon Schultz. Indoor football play. Didn't win it clean. Landon Schultz back to get it. Schultz from behind his own net. Walks out the near side. Races up the boards. Landon chips it in. Okay, covers him at the point. Battled on in the corner. Sammy Ruiz back there. Knocks it down below the goal line. Cole Crawford fans on the clearing attempt. Reverses back behind the net. Shifley's over there to get it. They chip it around Sammy Ruiz. Weiner holds it in at the blue line. Tries to force it back down the boards. Knocked back into the defensive zone. Weiner will apply the pressure. Pulls it off the boards. Gets it to Alex. Ames takes it away. Dumps it down the ice. For an icing. 10:35 left in the first period. Saints lead 1-0 on the back of a Sheehy goal. They'll send out. Nope, too late. Thanks for playing. Ames tries for the late change again. Sheehy, Henkel, and Heacock out there. Sheehy wins the face-off. Battles forward in the corner, knocks it back behind the net. Crawford's got it there. Plays it out the far side. Heacock knocks it back in. Henkel's got it now. Fires on Weaver. I think that's Tobin Weaver. Turn around, goalie. Now the Ames gets their change out. We'll get Baumgard for it. Someone else. Ames wins the draw. Sends it out of the zone. William Henry all the way back to get it. Plays it over to Schrader. Schrader ahead to Sheehy. Takes a bad bounce. Play it across. Now it's Henry in the corner. Works it out to the near side. Long cross-ice pass. Picked up at center ice. Alex Henkel now wheels it from center. Drives it wide. Shot just wide of the net. Ames now sets up from their own corner. Landon Schultz tries to glove it down. Randall plays it just outside the line. Carter Mullenkamp shoots it over to Schultz. Oh. Played into the zone. Randall races it down there. Back behind the net. Schwartz comes over, tries to dig it out. Now played out to the near side. Ames will scoop it up there. Cross ice pass. Ames has got it at center ice. Dumped into the zone. Saved by Breen. He'll drop it from Mullenkamp. Schultz has it. Tripped up. No call. Ames back behind the net. Schwartz now across the blue line. Ames brings it back out to center ice. Delayed call coming on Ames. Shot saved by Ames, and they'll hold on for a whistle. So we'll get the power play unit of Sheehy, Hill, Weiner, Ruiz, and Henkel. Ruiz to the dot. That's Jensen Hill behind the net. Works it down to the corner. Shifley pins him into the boards hard. Ames will send it to the length of the ice. Oh, breakout pass. He sends it across to Weiner. Weiner carries it in the zone. He'll work it back up the boards. Gets it off to Ruiz. Ruiz back to Weiner. Back to Ruiz. Gets it to Sheehy on the backside. Can't quite handle the pass. Gets physical in the corner, and Ames will send it the length. Ruiz from behind the net now. Drops it off for Jensen Hill. Jensen advances it across the red line. Into the attacking zone. Drives it wide to the corner. Back behind the net. Henkel picks it up there. Gives it off to Weiner. Weiner back to Henkel. Henkel drops off for Sammy Ruiz. It's knocked off his stick. Still held in, though. Weiner chips it over to Henkel. Henkel from the faceoff. Dot shot. Oh, high over the net. Eli Schwartz now gives it off to Cade Weiner. Weiner walks it back up the boards. Drops it off for Ruiz. Ames steals. Glove down by Sammy. Sends it back towards the far side. Isaac Flory plays it out. Cade gloves it back down again. No padding on that side of the gloves, boys. Weiner winds them up. Takes it in on the far side. Still 26 seconds left on the power play. Back behind the net. Weiner plays it off the boards. Back to Schultz. Schultz takes it back to the blue line. It's knocked off his stick. Flurry drives. Tyler Randall on the boards. Not feeling the best. 2 minutes for cross-checking. So the Saints on a 5-on-3 advantage now for 10 seconds. Peacock to the dot. Crawford wins it, sends it around the boards. Just out of the reach of Michael Poles, Landon Schultz all the way back to get it.
Isaac Flory, cross-checking. Debut remains on the Doghouse Daily Time power play.
Peacock carries it all the way down the boards. Sets up on the near side, sends it back to Landon Schultz. Schultz gets it over to Randall. Now Schultz over to Heacock. Heacock shot through the middle. That's off. That's off by about 3 inches on the near side. Played back to Schultz on the blue line. Holds it just in. Chips it down to Heacock. Heacock sends it down to the corner. Now back to Heacock. Played down below the goal line. Ames will wrap it around. Held in by Tyler Randall on the far side. Gets it off the boards. Michael Poles now. Shot. Glove down by Weaver. The refs finally fixed the net. It's number one unit back out with 1 minute left in the Florida power play. Sammy Ruiz wins it back to Alex Henkel. Alex has got it there, dumps down to Sheehy. Sheehy pressured in the corner, works it back behind the net, gets it off to the side to Weiner. Weiner drops it off for Sammy Ruiz. Sammy hits Alex on the far side, shot, kicks out in front. Weiner's got it on the boards, drops it off for Ruiz, back to Weiner. Weiner walks it. Gives it to Ruiz. His shot. Deflected in front. Henkel's got it. It's Weiner on the backside. Popped straight up in the air. Now it's played back. Ruiz at the blue line. Oh, gotta fire that. Ruiz shot high and wide. Nobody knows where the puck is, bouncing up straight in the air. Cade knocked it out of the air. Now Cade from the face-off dot shot. What are we calling here? Goal. I think there's still some discussion whether it was a goal. Looks like that's what we're calling. Coach Baker on the, oh, there's still a discussion. They've already wiped the penalty off the board. They put the goal on the board. The refs are going to continue to discuss. The referee was in the best position to see it. I'm not sure what consultation he's getting from the linesman. He was where he was supposed to be. No goal. Now we need to figure out how much time to put back on the clock. Ten seconds on the Fleury penalty. Sammy to the dot. Won by Ames. Sammy's got it in the corner. Gets it down to Sheehy. Sheehy from drops it up for Henkel. Henkel wheels it behind the net. Drops off for Hill. Played through the center. Ames will pick it up on the near boards. Cross ice pass. Drove by no one. Schrader chases all the way back to the end boards. Wraps up the near side. Taken away by Weiner. Weiner now back below the goal line. Works it back behind the net. Hits reverse. Comes out the near side. Gets it to Liam Henry. Liam, long pass taken away by Ames. Tyler Randall scoops it up. Hill retreats behind the zone. This pass is blocked. But Weiner picks it up. Out the far side with some speed. Eli Schwartz can't pick up the puck. Cole Crawford will wheel behind the Ames net. Manages to chip it around Schwartz. Now Poles gets it back to Schrader. Ames at the red line. Works it forward. Sent on net. Blake Schrader picks it up on the far side. Lays it up. Randall now. Ahead. On net. Weaver has it there, and he'll cover it to avoid the oncoming Michael Poles. 2:54 left in the first period. Sheehy, Heacock, and Henkel back on the ice. They'll be back by Schultz and Smith. Sheehy to the dot. He wins it. Gets it to Henkel. Henkel shot fired wide. Should say deflected wide. I think Weaver got a piece of that. He was on the other side of the blue line. Offsides is the call. Sheehy to the dot. Wins it over to the refs. Henkel down low to Heacock. Heacock down low to Henkel. Weaver covers it there. Face off to the right of Weaver. Everyone adjusting the net. Just use the water. Works every time. Ah, yeah, the banging in method. Sheehy to the dot. Puck's down. Controlled by Dubuque. Fired on net. Henkel gets it in there. Now Heacock behind the net. Cycles it back for Sheehy. Out in front. Oh, Henkel had a nice shot. Played down to the corner. Fleury's got it there. Played out to the far side. Gets it to Crawford. Taken away by Sheehy. Sheehy chips it around Crawford. Works it down the boards. Taken away by Henkel in the slot. Backhander. Saved by Weaver. Played it to the corner. Glove down by Henkel. He'll work it up the boards. Gets it back down low to Heacock. Heacock behind the net to Sheehy. Throws it back to the point. Liam Henry has it there. Plays it back down the board. Sheehy's got it on the skates. Works it to the corner. Back behind the net. Sends it up front. Loose puck. Collected by Ames, and they'll race it out of the zone. Chipped in by Boric. No call there. Seemed like a pretty easy interference call. He's got the whistle. I got the mic. We'll get Weiner, Ruiz, and Hill out. Backed by Schrader and Henry. Played the length of the ice. Henry's got it in the corner. Work back to the middle. Knocked off the puck there. Sammy Ruiz will deal it out to center ice. Tries to get it over to Weiner. Can't connect. Cole Crawford sends it back to neutral ice. Blake Schrader has it there. Plays it over to Cooper Smith. Back to Smith. Played over to Schrader. Dumped into the zone. Cooper Smith has it back there. He'll carry it up the near side. Find some space at center ice. Dumps it into the zone. Sammy Ruiz races to get it in the corner. It's pinched off the puck. And Ames will bring it out the far side. Schwartz is there. Gives it back to Smith. Over to Schultz. Played out to neutral ice. Scheifele's pass is blocked by Schwartz. Now it's played back. Cooper Smith on his own blue line. Hard off the boards. Ruiz knocks it in the zone. Spinning puck is covered by Weaver. Randall pulls, and Eli Schwartz will stay out with just 31 seconds left. Randall to the dot, won by Ames. Fleury's got it, takes it back behind the net. Chopped away by Eli Schwartz. He's got it on the goal line. Worked around to the near boards. Battled there. Sent back below the goal line. Michael Poles forces the pass wide. Randall there battles forward into the corner. Fleury's got it behind the goal line. Plays it out to the far side. Poles steals it. Works it to the middle. Now Fleury's got it. Gets it off to the far side. Plays it ahead to Boric. And that'll do it on the first period. So after one, shots on goal favor the Saints. 12-5. Scores 1-0. Back to live action here in the second period. Sammy Ruiz to the dot. Ames controls. They'll drive it into the zone. Olsen sends it over the board. Olsen was relatively quiet that first period, which we like to see. Covered by Breen for a whistle. Played out to the far side. Jensen Hill works it out. Gets it ahead. Cade Weiner into the zone. Rolls off his stick. Spins away from a check on the boards. Tries to get it over to Ruiz. Ames will play it out to neutral ice. Blake Schrader's got it there. Sends it back into the zone. Isaac Fleury now back behind the Ames net. Plays it ahead. Taken away by Ruiz. Sends it over to Cade Weiner with a little space. That's trouble. Into the zone. Drops it off for Alex Henkel. His shot. Saved by Weaver. Landon Schultz fell off the bench and then immediately looked to see if anyone saw it. Yes, Landon, we did. And it was hilarious. Henkel, Heacock, and Sheehy out. Aforementioned Schultz and Smith on D. Puck's down. Controlled by Ames. They'll wind it up on the far side. Heacock runs him down, takes the puck away temporarily. Now fired on Green. Cooper Smith back behind the net. Works out the far side. A little scrum along the boards. Sheehy walks away with it. Plays it ahead to Henkel. Maybe unintentionally. Henkel carries it up to the ice, into the zone. Shot. Save by Weaver. Nice save. Well played shot by Henkel. Puck's down, controlled by Ames. They'll drive it back behind the net. Played out the far side. Chipped ahead. Smith plays it back up into the Dubuque zone. Shifley chased by Henkel all the way back behind the net. Now it squirts up the boards. Oh, Henkel almost had a nice steal. Ames will play it out to the red line. Or dumps it in the zone. Brain stops it behind the net. Schultz advances it up the ice. Gets it off just out of the reach of Eli Schwartz. And we'll get a whistle for icing.
I mean, where should I really even start? I got I'm keeping in the dark. I got my street in the yard.
Puck's down, controlled by Dubuque. Liam Henry plays it up the boards. Gets by Fleury. All the way back to the Ames defensive end. They'll advance it back up to neutral ice. Chipped into the zone. Liam Henry now back along the wall. Michael Poles wheels it to the slot. He's hooked off the puck. Randall sends it ahead to Schwartz. Played out the far side, taken away by Randall. He's got it in the zone, one-on-one, drives it wide. Ridden all the way into the end wall. Out in front, loose puck. Nobody knows where it is. Can't have two sticks, can't have two sticks. That's a penalty. Jump down to the boards. Fleury plays it up. Jumped into the zone. Green will stop it behind his net. Sam Ruiz will advance it in front of the benches into the attacking zone. Played to the corner. Jensen Hill has it now in the far corner. Turns and fires, saved by Weaver. Weiner's got it now. Circles back towards his own defensive zone. Now plays it ahead. Schultz chips it up. Isaac Fleury picks it up out of the corner. Plays it back behind the net. Weiner reverses field, takes it back into the zone. Ducks under the check of one. Now it's Paulson on the far side. Dumped on Breen. He'll hold on for a whistle. So what happened was one of the Ames players dropped the stick and another went to pick it up, but couldn't hand it to the player because he wasn't ready to get it back. So you have an Ames player standing there with two sticks. That's why that's not allowed. You can't play with two sticks. Otherwise, everyone would jump off the bench with two sticks. Face off one. William Henry will send it up the boards. Bouncing puck kicked ahead by Sheehy. Back to the corner. Henry spins away from a check. He'll ring it up the boards. Almost held in by Ames, but dumped back out. Sent the length of the ice for icing. Puck's down. Sheehy wins it over to Henry. Henry bangs it off the board. Held in by Ames. Sent back towards the slot. Now worked out to center ice. We'll go D to D on the far end. Heacock's got it. That's not Heacock, that's Sheehy. You'd think I'd recognize that kid. Offsides. Tyler Randolph for the faceoff. Ames wins it and sends it into the Dubuque zone. Landon Schultz in the corner. Spins away for one, back towards the corner. Plays it up the near boards. It's Eli Schwartz. Chips it ahead for Michael Poles. Michael races it down in the corner. Ducks out of an Isaac Fleury hit, which was going to be terrible for him. Eli now in the corner. Tries to spin away from one. Gets it out to Randall. Randall back to Schwartz. Ames takes it away. Randall shot. Blocked in front. Kick to the corner. Pulls back on the end line. Takes the Fleury hit anyway. Now it's Eli. Sends it back to Randall. Cross ice pass. Can't connect with Poles. And Ames tries to get it out. Schwartz sends it back in. Fleury back behind the net. Winds it up. Got a full head of steam. Train is on the tracks. Poked away by Jensen Hill. Hill gets it up. It's Cade Weiner. Weiner sends it through neutral ice. Shot. Goal! Cade Weiner makes it 2-0. A nice speed from Jensen Hill. Shots are 16-7 in favor of the Saints. And we're up 2-0 on the scoreboard. That line will stay out. Good Sammy Ruiz to the dot, still flanked by Hill and Weiner. Schrader and Henry back on D. Hold on there. A little quick to the draw, Polson. Puck's down, controlled by Dubuque. Jensen Hill has it, gets it over to Cade Weiner again. Into the zone, gets it ahead. Weaver makes the save. Sammy Ruiz took a little bit of a late shot. Ames is apparently going to let that one go for now. My guess is it's stored in someone's memory bank, and he'll get a receipt for that later. Sammy to the dot. Runs it back to Jensen. Jensen shot's blocked. Ruiz gets out of the corner. His shot looks like it hit Weaver in the head. Shakes the cobwebs loose. Sent the length of the ice. Liam Henry's got it at the red line. Dumps it back in. Ames has it in their own defensive zone. Long cross ice pass. Gets through Schrader. Liam Henry in the corner now. Plays it up the boards. Sent on net. Tipped. Blocked saved by Breen. Ruiz sends it ahead. Shifley plays it to the corner. Weiner battles for it there. Out. Alex Henkel knocks it loose. Pops it straight up in the air. Loose puck. Carams out to Ames. Crawford now. Full head of steam. Nice poke check. We're going to get a tripping call anyway. So Cooper Smith heads to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. We had just a terrible penalty kill yesterday, so hopefully we clean that up for today. Serial killers Heacock and Sheehy out. Ruiz will join him, backed by Landon Schultz. 10:26 left in the second period. Sheehy to the dot. Puck's down. Ames controls, gets it back to Fleury at the blue line. Over to the far side. Crawford shot. Covered by Breen.
Penalty on number 6, Cooper Smith for tripping at 10:26. that puts Dubuque on a Southwest health pending bill.
Sheehy back to the dot. Ames wins the draw. Sheehy battles for it on the boards. Makes life miserable for the power play. Plays over to Flory, top of the circle. She wheels it back to the blue line. Drops it off on the near side to Bort. Back over to Flory. Flory from the tops of the circles. Decks around Sheehy. Played out to the near side. Ruiz clears it out, and it's Sheehy on the break. Got Fleury, runs him over with a check from behind. No call. I'm not sure how that wasn't from behind. Sheehy did turn and give him his back, but that doesn't mean you can level him. Played up the boards. Back behind the net. Board's got it there. Plays it around to Crawford. Crawford spins away from Sheehy. Works it to the slot. Peacock knocks it loose. Still loose. Ames recovers. Walks in. Shot saved by Breen. Bouncing puck kicks out to the far side. Peacock flips it up in the air. Sheehy, towards the end of a long shift, just knocks it down. He'll go for a change. Weiner and Hill jump over the bench. Crawford sends it ahead, taken away by Blake Schrader. He'll dump it on the net. Weaver with the save. Played through. Now it's Fleury up ahead. Knocked back to Liam Henry, who sends it the length of the ice. Still 20 seconds left on that power play. Jensen Hill will give him the flyby. Knocks it off a stick. Taken away by Cade Weiner. Not the guy who won the slot. Shot saved by Weaver. Safely long cross-ice pass up to Morin. Alex Henkel at the box. Plays it up into the offensive zone. That'll do it on the power play. Cooper Smith is free at last.
Dubuque back at full strength.
Sheehy hops off the boards. Takes it away right away. A little dazed, I think, from that shot to the back. Henkel on the boards. Big hit on Shifley. Wrapped around to the near side. Heacock now shot out like a gun. Henkel picks it up on the near boards. Centering pass. Connects with no one. Liam Henry down low. Fires it wide. Caroms over to the near boards where Blake Schrader tries to get it. Jackson Heacock races all the way back. Picks it up in the defensive zone. He'll circle back behind the net. Bouncing puck gets away from him temporarily. He'll work it up the far side around Polson. Through the neutral zone into the attacking zone. Carries it all the way down to the faceoff dots. Knocked off the puck there. Now it's knocked back behind the net. Weaver will hold on for a whistle. 7:32 left in the second period. Sammy Ruiz to the dot. Puck's down, controlled by Ames. Ruiz gets in, takes it away from Fleury. Works it down the goal line. Shot. Squirts across the goal line. Now it's Fleury. Starting the train. Long cross-ice pass up to Bort. Cooper Smith back to get it. Takes it back behind his own net. Sends it over to Schultz. Schultz back to Smith. Plays it up the boards. Just out of the reach of Hill. Ames controls it center ice. They'll send it into the defensive zone. Landon Schultz spins away. Now pins his man in the corner. Olsen throws it back to the point. Fleury shot. Hits 6 things in front before it goes wide. Played to Weiner on the far boards. He'll reverse it back to the corner. Off the glass around to the near side. Jensen Hill, man on the scene there. Battles in front of the Ames bench. Tied up there. Now sent back into the fray. Oh, we pull it out. There we go. Weiner's got it now. Spins away from one, and he'll advance it up through center ice. Into the attacking zone. Backhander towards the net. Loose puck out in front. Weaver holds on for the whistle. Puck's down. Played back to Schrader at the blue line. Shot blocked by Henkel. I don't think he meant to do it. Schrader just outside the blue line. Nice play. Sends it in. It's Liam Henry now. Plays it ahead off the ref's skate. He's going to call this icing, and it wouldn't have been icing if it hadn't hit him. So much conversation on the Ames feed. Sheehy to the dot. Puck's down. Or it fires a shot, goes wide. All the way out to the far blue line. Held in by Shifley. Poke loose. Now it's Alex Henkel. Full head of speed. Out to center ice. Carries it into the attacking zone. Shot. Save. Oh. No goal. Must have hit the post because it shot straight back out. Sent back into the zone. Blake Schrader knocked off the puck. Recovers nicely, though. Plays it up ahead to Henkel. Henkel's got Heacock in the middle. Walks around one. Out Shifley back behind the net. He'll spin it up the far side. He's got Heacock running him down. Liam Henry with a big hit on Shifley. Back behind the net. Tried to send it out in front. Henkel takes it away. Crawford takes it back. Play it up the board. Set on net. Oh, nice kick save by Liam Henry. Paulson holds it in. Walks down the boards. Plays it back up to the point. Nobody there. Off to the far side. Crawford dumps it in. Henry's got it there. Played back out to neutral ice. Sent back into the zone by Ames. Landon Schultz in the corner. Plays it off to Henry. Henry's shot knocked out in front. Gets it over to Eli Schwartz. Schwartz carries it up the board. Gets it ahead to Randall. Randall dumps it into the zone. Back behind the net. Ames will try and play it out the far side. Knocked back below the goal line. Randall comes in for a change. Nice work by the third line. Knocked down there. Oh, bouncing puck gets away to Paulson. Not the guy you wanted to get away to. Eli Schwartz. 3-on-2 the other way if they hurry. Michael Poles tries to get it ahead. Sammy Ruiz down to the corner. Bouncing puck gets away from him. Ruiz gets it back. He's got it from the faceoff. That sends it over in front. Michael Poles knocked to the ice. Ames long stretch pass. Boric gets a piece of it. Cooper Smith now in his own defensive zone. Sends it out the far side. Weaver stops it and covers for a whistle. Odd play. Puck's down. Right up the far side, held in by Weiner. Sent down below the goal line by Sammy Ruiz. Right back behind the net. Ames has it there. Shifley. Oh, and cross ice pass up the board. He'll chip it in the zone. Blake Schrader back to get it on the end wall. Takes an unnecessary hit. Squirts out the far side. Cade Weiner has it there. Drops off for Sammy Ruiz. Gets it ahead to Jensen Hill. Carries it in the zone. Drives wide. Shot on net. Saved by Weaver. Fired out to the blue line. Blake Schrader back to get it. Takes it back behind the net. Ames coming full head of steam. Now it's Liam Henry. Played up ahead. Just out of the reach of Sheehy. Ames back the other way. Sends it into the zone. Schrader over to get it. 2 minutes and 23 seconds left. Schrader up ahead. Just out of the reach of Weiner. Paulson has it there. Dumps it back down to Henry. Crawford takes it away from him in the corner. Sends it through the slot. Nobody home. Alex Henkel collects the puck on a bad bounce. Dump back in. Schrader blades it up into the end wards. Henry played back to the corner. Sent out in front. Bouncing puck. Fired on net, blocked by Schrader. Jackson Heacock wheels it up the near side. Full head of steam, walks away from everyone. Cuts towards the goal line. Shot saved by Weaver. Played back behind the net. Fleury on the far side. They'll work it back behind the net. Jackson Heacock tries to knock him off the puck. Poked loose by Henkel. Heacock's got it. Fires it on net. High and wide. Karen was back out to the near boards. Held in by Cooper Smith. Now it's knocked back. Saints tag up. Long stretch pass. This isn't Ames's game normally. Played ahead. Knocked down there. Jensen Hill now chips it ahead to Sheehy. Sheehy in the zone. Shot saved by Weaver. Rebound comes loose. Knocked back out to center ice. Liam Henry's got it there. He dumps it on net. Tries to get Weaver sleeping. Weaver drops it off for Fleury. Fleury cross ice pass over to Scheifele. Sent ahead. Poke loose. Jensen Hill. Plays it up to Weiner. Weiner in the zone. Works to the slot. Saved by Weaver. Played back behind the net. 37 seconds left in the second period. Out to center ice. Ruiz back to Hill. Henry. Now played back to Ruiz. Cross ice pass is knocked down. Ruiz sends it over. Liam Henry sends it into the zone. Just 20 seconds left. Henkel's down to the corner. Sends it out front. Loose puck. Oh, Weaver teed it up for Weiner. Weiner couldn't quite finish. Nice save by Weaver. Just 13.3 seconds. We'll get Heacock, Sheehy, and Henkel. Back by Schrader and Hill. Sheehy to the dot. Won by Ames. They'll play it out to neutral ice. Played up ahead. Henkel's got it. 3 seconds left. And that'll do it on the second period. So after two, Saints lead 2-0. Shots on goal are 26-10 in favor of the Saints. We'll clear the ice, take a break. See you for the third period.
Shots on goal, 26 for Dubuque.
Saints currently lead 2-0. We'll get Sam and Ruiz's line out. Looks like he'll line up against Cole Crawford. Puck's down, we're underway here in third. Cade Weiner works it through the middle. He's got Sammy with him. Gets it over to Ruiz. Shot. Saved by saved by Weaver. Weiner got a rebound attempt in there. Couldn't get it by him. Very long pass out to Polson. Sends it cross ice. Knocked down by Weiner. Tries to play it ahead. It's knocked away. Ames will dump it back in the zone. Henry behind the net. Sends it around the boards to Jensen Hill. Sent back to the corner. Henry's got it there. Knocked off the puck hard. Now Blake Schrader sends it out to center ice. Ames goes D-to-D, tries to get it back in the zone. Sammy Ruiz, a little room. He's got Fleury one-on-one. Shot, saved by Weaver. Rebound kicked out to Ruiz. Paulson wheels back behind the net. Played out to the far side. Ames stops it there. They'll go back behind the net. Over to Fleury. Fleury long pass ahead to Crawford. Knock loose. Schultz gets it back out to neutral ice though. Scheifele's shot blocked by Crawford. Heacock spins it in from the slot. Slow roller kicked aside by Weaver. Sent back to Schultz at the blue line. Dump back in. Saints tag up. Ames will try and bring it back out. Long aerial pass. Knocked down by Cooper Smith. Ooh, under the stick of Sheehy. Shot fired high and wide. Wraps around to the near side. Henkel races it down. Safely back. Plays it back out to neutral ice. Ames takes it away in front of their own bench. Dumped into the zone. Bounces behind the net. Breen. Now it's Cooper Smith out the near side. Finds some space along the boards. Cuts back to the middle. Got Henkel up in front. Henkel dumps it into the zone. Takes a big hit by Shifley. Michael Poles chases the puck. Wrapped around to the near boards. Lundell plays it out. Sent back in by Poles. Now it's Tyler Randall to press behind the net. Ames wraps it out the far side. Collected by Schwartz. Poison Dart got Liam Henry there. Ames dumps it into the far corner. Henry back to get it. He had his own net. Spins away from one. Nice play. Up the far side. Schwartz gets it out. Ames regroups in its own end. It's back to Fleury. Rolls off his stick. Remember the fear of Michael Poles chasing him down. Ames up through center ice. Gets it over to Polson. Polson at the top of the circles. Wheels back. Ooh. Our camera's battery's running though. That's a problem. See what we can do here. I'm afraid if I plug it in, I'll lose. But we'll try. Oh, lost my record. Police charge to ensue. That's not good. Might not have enough juice to finish the game here. Oh, maybe. Maybe we'll squeeze just enough out of it.
At 13:56, number 91 for Ames.
Fleury's got a penalty for slashing. The Saints back on the power play.
On the doghouse, and David Ryan.
Weiner takes a vicious hit. Shifley dumps it into the zone. Sheehy will carry it up from behind the net. All the way into the attacking zone. Drives it down the corner, hits the brakes. Trying to get it back up to the point. Now he does. Up to Sammy Ruiz. Shot. Saved by goaltender. Sheehy can't quite get the handle on it. Squirts out the center ice. Wheels back up. Oh. Runs overboard. On the near boards. Ames sends it the length of the ice. Played ahead. Michael Poles just outside the blue line. Works it into the zone. Tries to get over to Heacock. Ames steals it. Sends it back to length. Spins back to Randall. Randall gets it ahead to Heacock. Heacock takes a big hit from Shifley. Ames back behind their own net. Laid out the far side. Knocked down by Schultz at the red line. He'll reset. Gives it off to Randall. Jackson Heacock looks to be in an extreme amount of pain. Could be one of the tougher kids in the team, though, so I'll bet he's back on this next shift. Weiner takes it away. Played back. Breen stops it behind the goal. Sets it up for Schultz. Back behind the Ames net. Let's see if we can play it out. Crawford works it in, dumps it on net, blocked by Henry. Driven back behind the net. Ames sends it out to the point. Fleury can't quite hand into it there. Weiner steals it just inside the zone. Ames takes it back. Now it's knocked down by Sammy Ruiz. Gets it out of the zone off to Jensen Hill. Hill carries it in the zone. Drops it off of Cade Weiner. Weiner shot. Saved by Weaver. Kicked out to the far side. Now puck controlled. That's Borat. Yeah, sends it ahead to Fleury. Fleury gets it over to Polson. Bouncing puck covered by Breen. With 11 minutes left, I'm hopeful my camera holds out. Still 2-0 here in Dubuque. Shots on goal favor the Saints. 31-10. Bucks down. He walks over there. He's got Henkel out in front of him. Henkel didn't see it coming. Played over to Fleury. Now they'll go back again. Ames, long stretch pass up the middle. They've been trying this all day. Haven't really been successful. Knocked away by Sheehy. Over to Schrader. He'll get it out to Heacock, who I said wouldn't miss a shift, and sure enough didn't. Now work to the near side. Fired on net. Saved by Breen. Held on for a whistle. Midwest line will stay out there. Puck's down. Won by Dubuque. Sheehy gets it over to Henkel. Henkel on the far boards. Races up. He's got Heacock in the middle. Shot saved by Weaver. Knocked back behind the net. Fleury wheels and goes back behind his own net. Henkel's chasing. Heacock will force him out to the side. Fleury now all the way down to the corner. Blows his tire. And it's Henkel. Oh, can't quite get it forward. Now knocked away by Heacock. Played up to Henkel. Offsides. Fleury's got it back. Sends it long. Cross pass over to Cole Crawford. He takes it away. Plays it off the boards. Cole Crawford back behind the net. Plays it back to the point. Shifley's got it there. Shot locked in front by Weiner. Squirts all the way to the slot. Green had it temporarily. Now it's saved. With 9:27 left, my camera's still holding out. Sammy Ruiz to the dot. Played down below the goal line. Played Schrader back to get it. Kicks it out. Oh, Weiner now. Through the slot. Sends it out to the far side. Jensen Hill chips it over. Aims to go D to D. Taken away by Weiner. Ducks away from one. He's got Sammy Ruiz in the middle. Shot saved by Weaver. Holds on for a whistle. Puck's down. Controlled by Ames. They'll throw it out the far side. Knocked down by Weiner. Plays it ahead. Took his helmet off. I'm not sure how that's not head contact. Can't just take someone's helmet off by hitting them in the chest. That's not how that works. Good Henkel, Sheehy, and Heacock out. They'll face Borat, Crawford, and Olsen. Yeah. Sheehy to the dot. Puck's down. Heacock walks away with it. Into the attacking zone. Drives it wide. Hits the brakes. Tries to get it back to the blue line. Fumbles the pass. It's Cole Crawford. Takes it into the attacking zone. Sends it on net. Schrader gets it. Tries to clear it out. Olsen now fires it wide. Heacock can't get to it on the end wall. Now Henkel sends it up. Taken away. Henkel on the far side gets it out to neutral ice. Played ahead by Ames. They'll chip it by Schrader. Man in the middle. Liam Henry's got it in the corner. Hits the brakes. Reverses field. Back behind the net. Wraps around to the near side. Heacock's got it there. Flips it out to center ice. Sheehy's got it. Ames takes it away. 4-on-2 the other way. This could be a problem. Crawford gives out to Fleury. Fleury sends it through. Nobody home. And the Saints will send it the length of the ice for icing. We'll get Tyler Randall out for the draw. Dubuque wins it, sends it up the near boards. Michael Poles advances it into neutral ice. Ames counters, they'll go the other way. Shot, saved by Breen, holds on for a whistle. 7:44 left in the third period. Same line stays out. Randall to the dot. Puck's down. Ames has it. Shot misfired. Now Randall's got it. Sends it over to Poles. Back to Randall. Over to Eli. Oh, he was offsides. It was a quarter step. Face off to come outside the Ames zone, in front of the player's door. Randall will take it. Puck's down. Controlled by Ames. They'll go D-to-D over to Shifley. We got a penalty coming on Ames. With they'll head to the box, elbowing. This is how dangerous the Saints power play is. All 5 players on the ice are in the top 13 in scoring in the league. Sheehy into the corner. Played back behind the net. Ames has it there. Fleury is going to wind it up. Poke loose by Henkel. Henkel along the board. Hits the brakes. Squirts over center ice. Sheehy backhands it over to Henkel. Played to Sammy Ruiz. Sends it in. Chipped ahead. Goal by Jensen Hill. Now all 5 players in the top 12 in scoring in the league as Jensen Hill contributes a goal. And Dubuque jumps out to a 3-0 lead with just 7 minutes left in the third. We'll get Sammy Ruiz, Gabe Whiter, and Jensen Hill out. Mullenkamp and Blake Schrader back on defense. Picked up by Jensen Hill at center ice. He'll wheel it back towards the defensive zone, gets stuck in the ref skates. Ames takes it into the zone, spins away. Gabe Whiter into the attacking zone. Shot, saved by Weaver. Rebound controlled by Shifley. He'll play it out to the far side. Hill sends it back into the zone. Weaver stops it behind the net. Henkel and Sheehy hop over the boards. Weiner now fights for it on the far side. Henkel comes in, tries to knock it loose. Ames will send it out to neutral ice. We'll get by Liam Henry. Played over to Crawford, just inside the zone. His shot, fired wide. Squirts back out to the slot. Green looks like a flounder in the crease, but he recovers. Played ahead to Henkel. Takes it into the zone. Shot dumped into the corner. Played down below the goal line. Heacock will chase it down there. Shifley spins away from him. Back up behind the net. Leaves it there. Plays ahead to Paulson on the wall. Long cross-ice pass. Saints drop into a defensive zone. She playing back. He picks it up on the goal line. He'll race it out the near side. Down the near boards. He's got Fleury. Walks around him. Out in front. Oh, nice save by Weaver. And Fleury now. Train is on the track. He's got 3 Saints chasing him like he stole something. Run out to the far side. Held in just at the blue line. Set on that. Saved by Breen. 5 minutes left now in the third. Fleury shot. Again, saved by Breen. Rain putting in a solid game here today. Played ahead to Heacock, can't quite handle it. He'll go off for a change. Flurry now spins it up again. In the attacking zone. Shot. Fired just wide. Rebound. Kicked out in front. Loose puck. Out of the blue line into the neutral zone. Aims to go D to D on their own blue line. Taken away. Michael pulls his offsides. All the way up. So we'll get Randall, Poles, and Schwartz. 4:35 left in the third period. Shots on goal for the Saints, 36-15. I'll tell you, though, those 15 shots, Trevor Breen has made some amazing saves today. Played ahead. Shifley sends it back down the boards. Randall and Poles just gritty. That's the best way to describe those two. Gritty. Played into the Ames bench. Face off to come to center ice. Randall will stay out there to take it. Run over behind the net. Randall plays it up. Out to center ice. Face off to come to the far side. Tobin Weaver over the corner. Ruiz in for the dot. Back behind the net. Walks it to the corner. Plays it back to Schrader. Let it leak out of the zone. Puck's down. Throw by Dubuque. Cade Weiner takes it into the zone. Shot. Saved by Weaver. Knocks it to the corner. Henry fires it on net. Weiner dumps it down to Sammy Ruiz. Sends it through the middle. Liam Henry dumps it down to the corner. Jetson Hill battles for it there. It's knocked back up to Weiner. Weiner spins up the boards. Gets it off to Ruiz. Back to Hill in the corner. Played back. Paulson carries it out. Chips it ahead to Cole Crawford. Oh, fans of the shot. Paulson now out in front. Nice save by Green with a couple big saves. Paulson down in the slot. Also looks like he may have taken a puck to an uncomfortable spot. Rick Baker wants a word with the refs. The ref says, I'm not having it. Maybe it wasn't a puck that Paulson took to the uncomfortable spot. Sheehy to the dot. Across from Crawford. Ames gets the fifth man out there. Puck's down, controlled by Ames. Taken away by Dubuque just inside the zone. Played back to the corner. Cooper Smith sends it over to Schultz. Schultz ahead to Heacock. He'll get it out to center ice. Whiff sends it over to, I don't know who 92 is. There's Fleury. Fleury's got it now. Chips it ahead. Played through the middle. Schultz takes it away, gets it ahead. Out to neutral ice. Fleury's got it there. Oh, she had it for a half second. Now Henkel dumps it in. Glove down by Weaver. He'll play it back behind the net. 2 minutes to go in the game. Played up through the middle. Crawford's got it there. Walks it into the zone. He's got 4 Dubuque players back. Hits the side of the net. On the front. Another big save by Breen. Rebound redirection controlled by Breen. Played down to the corner. Sheehy's got it behind the net. Ike. Wheels. Peacock with a nice steal. Fleury, full head of steam. Got a piece of the ref there. Peacock down the far side. Sends it the length of the ice. Bouncing puck. Knocked down there. Played in. Catches Dubuque in a change. Landon Schultz ahead. Jensen Hill gets just a piece of it in neutral ice. Ames throws it back up. Ruiz down to Jensen Hill. Back to Ruiz. Runs into some traffic. Now it's Weiner. Back to Ruiz in the middle. Fleury's got it in the corner. Runs into Weiner.
1 minute remaining.
Played all the way back. Weiner's got it just outside the blue line. He'll dump it in. Fleury back to get it in the corner. Up into the stands. 45 seconds now left to go in the game. Looks like we'll get hodgepodge. We got Jensen Hill is missing from this line. We got Weiner and Salmon Ruiz. Alex Hinkle filling in admirably. Blake Schrader and Liam Henry back on defense. Puck's down. Controlled by Dubuque. They'll play it back to Schrader. Dump down the boards. Ruiz tries to center. Aims the other way. Dump down in the corner, and that's icing with 32 seconds remaining. As the camera pans over, you see Wes Carl on the bench holding a clipboard. I'll bet he's doing the Wordle in the USA Today. He's a very smart player. See, there he is. Jensen Hill comes back out to finish the game, hopefully. Played back to him. Hill along the far boards. Take the puck with you, Jensen. He's got it now, top of the circle. Still battles for it. Weiner steps in. Backhander saved by Weaver. Now Weiner in the corner. Both going, offsetting Miners. Sammy Ruiz and Van Meter and Meyer. Maybe it's just Ruiz. He pointed to both of them. 2, both for cross-checking. Nope, just Ruiz. So the face have to come all the way down the ice. 16 seconds left.
15.7 seconds left. Ruiz, cross-check.
Cade Weiner to the dot.
On a Southwest Health penalty kill.
Played all the way back. 10 seconds left. Ames in their own defensive zone. Michael Critio winds it up into the attacking zone. Back behind the net, and that'll do it.
And that does it.
So the final from Dubuque, 3-0 in favor of the Saints. Trevor Green with a nice performance gets a shutout. Shots on goal end up 39-19. Saints get 2 out of 3 from Ames this year. Seen Baumgartner kind of hobbling on one leg. Hope he's all right. That'll do it here from Dubuque. I'm Steve's son saying if you can find a rink, you can find a friend. Happy holidays.